good luck with that competition. We're in the kitchen now with Nisha, who's making one of the nation's favourite curries, a butter chicken. Good morning.
Good morning. It's so nice to cook for you again. It feels like ages.
You cooked for.
So, yes, it's a classic butter chicken and everyone needs to know how to do this dish. But it's also served with Indian chips. Indian chips are a big deal. So, in India, we would never cook potatoes unless we coat them in turmeric first, because what it does is it adds to the depth of them. So let me start just by sort of putting our spices onto the potatoes. Normal chips, drained, washed, whatever, little bit of turmeric, and then the really magical ingredient here, and it's going to be the thread through the whole of this, is fenugreek. Comes in many forms. Fenugreek powder is a fabulous thing to add to anything that you are going to deep fry or grill. So if you have a roast chicken, salt and fenugreek powder over the top of it, barbecued stuff, really adds an enormous amount of flavour. It's a truly magical ingredient. So that's all you do, is you toss your chips in with the turmeric, fenugreek powder. You're then going to deep fry them and make them as you would normal chips, but they're just so magical. Roast potatoes with that combination.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
Could you air fry those?
It's one of the best things to do. They're life-changing, aren't they, an air fryer? They can be absolutely brilliant. So, yes, so what you would then do, Phillip, what I do, and I do air fry an awful lot, is I'd add the oil to this and I would just go olive oil. So it doesn't skew the flavour. Olive oil, turmeric, fenugreek powder into the air fryer, and it makes them really light and beautiful.
Very good.
Right, so butter chicken.
Yeah.
The sauce of butter chicken is founded on that architecture of all meat curries, which is onion, ginger, garlic. As much as you can be bothered to chop, and you want them to hot dog brown.
Yeah.
And the reason you want that is this is a sweet dish. Whichever way you cut it, it is a dish that is quite sweet. So it's sweet, but it's well balanced. So we want the sweetness of those onions. And as soon as you get them to that kind of hot dog brown, like it. I'm so needy.
I know,
Such a needy cook. Do you
You've
like
never
it?
cooked a single thing in here that wasn't incredible.
Oh, really?
so
You're
delicious.
very kind. I can't take the compliment. But so one of the, again, foundational flavour of butter chicken, and in fact chicken tikka masala, which doesn't even exist in India, is fenugreek again. But this time the form is fenugreek leaves that have been dried. You can get them in any supermarket, any Asian grocers. Get them because they will forever change.
What does it smell like? Can I just smell it on its own?
Yeah. It's so take here.
Do you want some?
In fact, grab the bowl. Let me put a little bit in here. Well, that was quite a lot in there. But if it smells like hay.
Yeah.
It
Oh, it
smells
does. Smell that.
So neutral.
It's really hay.
Right. It's really right. How bonkers is this? So it smells of hay there. Let me just turn this heat up. The minute it hits heat and oil, it becomes the most haunting. Let me see if I can get that smell out for you. Mesmerising. Let me just smell that. It's like the epitome of the smell of kind of curry.
Oh.
It's
crazy.
Changed entirely from that.
Totally. This is what so...
Who discovered that? Who went, oh, I'm going to take that hay-smelling thing and put it on oil, and then away you go, and you've got that?
Well, we've had thousands and thousands of years to play with herbs and spices, and this is it. You fine-tune them and you end up with these, you know, pathways and these formulas that just work. And fenugreek in dishes like this is phenomenal. So we put the hay, the fenugreek leaf, into the onions, ginger, garlic. We start to get that haunting aroma. And 90% of the work of fenugreek is done on your nose, not on your tongue. It's really extraordinary. You realise how much flavour comes simply from aromas. And then into that, we go with our meat spice. Our meat spice is garam masala. So whenever you're cooking a meat curry, you get a big bag of powdered garam masala, and we go in fairly heavy. So we're going to go about 4 heaped teaspoons. My hand knows better than my mouth. We go in with our mother and father of all curry, a tiny bit of chilli powder just for warmth, and turmeric to give me that lovely earthy foundation. In India, it's so interesting. You know, my auntie came around the other day and she cooked these incredible potatoes. They were just potatoes in a pan. They looked dry. And so, of course, they were eaten before they even got to the plate. And we were trying to interrogate her just to see what she'd put in them. She was saying, I've done nothing with them. It transpired there were 7 spices in that she hadn't done.
Really?
But so many of them you don't even mention. Turmeric and chilli you don't even mention because
it's just a given.
Presumed, exactly.
Right.
And that's the problem with these dishes, is it's very hard to decipher because, you know, when the ancients pass them down to you, they don't even tell you about half the ingredients. So turmeric, chilli, garam masala, and then into that, tomato puree. And you can see, you just want that tomato puree to toss in with the spices and begin to get a bit of flavour. While it's doing that, I'm going to marinate my chicken. Chicken tikka masala, butter chicken, has marinated chicken in it. You don't have to do this. You could just put your chicken breast directly into the sauce.
Yeah.
But I'm going to add to this something called tandoori masala. Tandoori masala, you can get, again, it's a ready-made sort of blend of spices.
And that on its own isn't spicy, though. That's just
No.
but it's just that kind of...
Yeah. And Holly, when you say spicy, do you mean hot? Chili hot?
I mean hot,
Hot,
yes,
yeah.
because I know what you mean. Spicy is all the flavour.
Spicy is flavour,
What
yeah.
I mean is that's not got any heat in it, or has it?
None at all. So tandoori masala wouldn't really have any chilli powder in it. You don't ever want heat by stealth in a curry.
Yeah.
I would never advocate that. If you want to control and monitor how much heat you put in, because as I say, you know, if it's not good enough for a toddler, it shouldn't really be. It's not useful for anyone.
I'm so rubbish at buying online, and you suggested tandoori masala
Yeah.
last time we were on. I bought a packet of it. It arrived. I swear, I'm almost big enough to keep in the garage.
Really?
It's giant. I've got enough forever.
I'll have some.
We are bringing some over. I'll get a trailer.
You could be Indian. We have garages full of garam masala and tandoori masala packets and rice. We don't buy anything less than 20 kgs, honestly. It's good, but it keeps forever. Honestly, Philip,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I've added water to this sauce, and you can see that already it's starting to look like a curry. What's really magical is once you blend it, you get a sauce like that, and into that, you add your chicken, and that is going to simmer through. Now, this dish, honestly, is half an hour tops. It's only as long as it takes to simmer that chicken and have it just
So would you
done
cover it,
through.
or just doesn't matter?
I half cover it. I'm very particular about the way you cover food when you're cooking it. So
I
you
always think
half
that
cover
chicken's
it.
really naughty, but there's nothing in here that's bad.
No, until the point at which I put the butter in.
Oh, doing so well.
So at the end, but you don't have to, Holly. Do you know what's amazing? Sugar, salt, bit of creme fraiche,
Yeah.
just to give it that velvetiness. You don't have to put the butter in, but because it's butter chicken, in we
Might
go
as
with
well.
the butter. And we
Wallop.
might as well. I should have chopped that. That's an enormous amount of butter, but it makes it really silky.
It'll melt down.
You don't need to add the butter.
It
It's
is
just a chicken tikka masala.
incredible, as always. The flavours in there are unbelievable.
Stunning.
I'm so
Such
glad
a
you
treat.
like
So lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
Absolute pleasure, as always.
Lucky, aren't we?
I'm nearly eating it all.
Right, for all of today's recipe and details from all of our chefs, you can go to the free This Morning app.